newscast is about the Gilded Age, which is rapid industrial growth in the U.S. between the years 1850 and the 1900s. There are many reasons why the United States experienced this economic growth. One is because of healthy European and American economies provided investment capital. High tariffs protected American businesses from foreign competitors, and new technology. Others are railroads opened up national markets to manufacturing. The U.S. had abundant natural resources and continuous flow of immigrants into the United States.
Can you guess who I am? That's right. I'm Alexander Graham Bell. And today, in the year 1876, I have created a new form of communication, the phone. With this phone, you can talk to anyone in town from the comfort of your own home. What time am I meeting Thomas for lunch? 12:30. This phone can be yours for $20. So put yourself into the future with the greatest invention ever made.
Now, an exclusive interview with industrial giant John D. Rockefeller.
Tonight, this very night, we are sitting down with possibly the biggest businessman in the country. No, in the world. John D. Rockefeller. So let's get started. How did your childhood experiences form the businessman you are today?
Well, when I was younger, I did many things to earn money because I wasn't always the wealthiest man I am today. I raised turkeys, sold candy, and did many other jobs to help out my neighbors. Each of these jobs were learning experiences of how one was to work hard and make it in the business world today.
So speaking of making it in the business world, how did those experiences apply to the making of your oil company?
Well, I began to see that oil was becoming a major part of the everyday American life. Because of this, I took various steps to begin forming the Standard Oil Company, which soon became the largest oil company in the nation.
What helped you dissolve your competition?
I believe in aggressive business practices, so I bought out all the smaller oil companies, which meant I was the only one American citizens were buying oil from.
And what are your feelings on social Darwinism?
Well, I truly agree with the philosophy of that a smaller company is a weaker company, so the weaker ones should be bought out by the bigger ones so it becomes stronger.
And because of this, would you see yourself as a captain of industry or a robber baron?
Well, I see myself as a captain of industry because I created jobs for many Americans and I helped boost the American economy. Not only did I do that, I used many riches to fund museums, libraries, and universities.
How did you feel when the government forced you to get rid of your monopoly?
Well, I was kind of annoyed because I worked very hard for how much big business that I had. So I wasn't agreeing with them, but I'm not going to go against them because that would be treason.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you. You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
Now, reporting live from a Pullman Company strike, reporter Bella Phillips.
Thank you, Erica. Right now, I'm at the scene of the Pullman strike that started a couple of days ago. It all started when the Pullman Company decided to cut their workers' wages. This strike soon spread to other railroad sites throughout the company. I'm getting word now that President Cleveland is sending troops because the mail has been stopped due to the strike. The government has decided to use the Sherman Antitrust Act to show that this union created is illegal due to its interference with free trade.
Strike 1. You made us work long hours.
Strike 2, you cut our pay.
Strike 3. You raised our rent. You're out.
Give me
Strike!
the money! Go
Strike!
money!
Strike! 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 Strike!
Sir, as one of the workers on strike, how do you feel about this government ruling?
This shows that the government cares more about the businesses and less about the people. Because if the people weren't there, the businesses wouldn't even survive.
It's my money and I need it now!
Yeah!
This has been the official report on the Pullman strike here in Chicago. Back to you, Erica.
Now, a photo documentary of the positive and negative effects of urbanization on American society. Viewer discretion is advised.
As a result of poverty, many people lived in tenements. They were unsanitary, and there were many people living in small spaces. Often there was more than just one generation, such as grandparents and uncles. Sometimes there were multiple families. Due to the small spaces that many lived in, infectious diseases were spread quickly. Extreme poverty caused a lack of proper medical care, killing many. Some of the most common were typhoid, tuberculosis, and smallpox. Working conditions were not ideal in the Gilded Age. Small children were often used as laborers. Many were killed or injured. Most of these factories had long working hours with little pay. Adults also struggled in these unsanitary and dangerous environments.
Political machines worked in cities to keep one party or person in power. People who were loyal to these political machines were rewarded with jobs within the government. This caused corruption within the city, which did not benefit the people. Many new technologies were invented in the Golden Age. Skyscrapers helped businesses grow larger on less land, and streetlights illuminated the streets, allowing people to be out after dark. Another positive effect of the Gilded Age was the cultural institutions that were created. These included libraries and museums. The funds for these new institutions came from philanthropists across America. This helped create a more advanced culture in the 20th century.
This has been a special report on the Gilded Age. Join us next week for our special on World War I. Thank you for watching and have a nice evening.